So, today we talk about something different. If you ever looked into upcoming hyped up or controversial gacha games, you might have heard of the Genshin-like MMO Tower of Fantasy, and probably also of the negative publicity and, more importantly, let's call it suboptimal launch of the CN version in December 2021. But let bygones be bygones, because today I don't want to talk about some old noodle soup, but instead that good fresh ramen that's about to be served to us, aka the global version of Tower of Fantasy that is supposed to come out this year. And if you didn't know yet, an English closed beta is happening sometime after the 15th of April, which I also got into. So when the time comes, make sure to check out my closed beta livestream here on YouTube. And once again, I personally don't really care about all this drama over the CN side of things. All I really want is for the global version of this game to have solid gameplay, how smooth is it, how fun is it, good looks, are the characters cool looking or appealing, is the map atmosphere on point, all of that. And as professional gacha addict, one other really important aspect to me and probably also you is of course a fair and good gacha system. I've already seen far too many of them that are only out for your wallet and basically only offer the smallest chance for anything at all in return. Geo. Often they don't even let you look at your gacha history or allow you to look at how close you are to hitting pity, and we all know why, right? You are basically the helpless deer in the woods looking for some... cheese? I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to mind. I guess I'm just hungry, huh? And the gacha devs are the hunters that do tell you where that sweet mozzarella is. Maybe 80 steps in, maybe 90, but the thing is, you're the one that's always at a disadvantage and at the hunter's mercy. They let you wander around trying to find that gorgonzola cheese with breasts, but it's full of honey traps and you will very fast lose your way if you don't count the steps in your head. Yes, I'm still talking about gacha games, okay? And the reason I brought this up is because when I did some research on Tower of Fantasy in preparation for the closed beta, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this. It's beautiful, isn't it? Not only does this bar tell you directly at what role you're at and how many you still need till pity, it does it in a very aesthetically pleasing way. Plus there's also a role history. And if you played Genshin or any other gacha with hard pity before, you might know how unsatisfying it feels. To get a SSR, 6-star, 5-star, whatever, very close before hitting pity. Getting it in one of your first few rolls or midway through is always a welcome surprise. But if you're maybe only 5 or 10 rolls away from hard pity, it isn't that thrilling anymore. However, in Tower of Fantasy, pity does not reset if you get a SSR before you hit it, which means all 79 rolls before pity are basically free real estate for all of you lucksacks out there. I see you. And to be fair, the rates are not going to be the best, probably to balance this out, but once again, TOF tops all of this with its gacha system, as it also includes a spark system, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a kind of pity system that originated a bunch of years ago in the game Grand Blue Fantasy and allows you to collect some kind of token for every roll you do in one banner, which then can be traded for a character in the pool. Usually the number needed is around 300, but in TOF it's only 120 to get one copy of, for example, the newest limited character, making this game, without even knowing how generous the devs are going to be in global, pretty fair and most likely free to play friendly, especially if we also count in that we most likely have at least a couple of months of clairvoyance thanks to the CN server. But of course the gacha system is not everything, right? Yeah, of course. Like I mentioned earlier, the gameplay itself is a huge factor, and to be fair, I can't comment too much on this until I actually get my hands onto the closed beta in hopefully a few days, as I didn't really want to ruin my first experience with a horrible ping in the CN version. But from what I've seen from videos and streams of the CN version, the gameplay looks potentially really fun. There's already some characters out there with movesets that definitely catch my eye, if you know what I mean. But the thing I possibly like the most about what I have seen from the gameplay has to do with the fact that this game is unlike its predecessor in Soul, not only a gacha, but also a MMO. You know, I've played Genshin for more than 1 year, and the multiplayer just wasn't it. There was no real point, and being locked into only using one, sometimes two characters was pretty whack. But TOF allows you to at all times have 3 different weapons. And hold on, you probably need to first know that character skill sets are tied to their weapons, and not to the character, which is weird, but let's ignore that for now. And small side note, this also means that you basically can just use a character you like more, or your custom created one, and just use them with the weapons you like the gameplay of. So that's also a plus for some of us. And this whole 3 weapons thing, at least for me, should make the multiplayer experience way more smooth and possibly appealing. Just imagine someone needing a healer, no problem, I have the healing weapon equipped. Someone needs a tank, no problem, I also have quick access to that. We need more DPS, of course I'm gonna have that. You need more rolls? Well, there's only one thing I can say to that. Get good. So, in conclusion, I can just say that from what I've seen so far, Global definitely has a shot to hit it big. There's lots of unique aspects to TOF that I couldn't mention yet because there's just so much. The gameplay looks fun, the gacha system is amazing, what can I say? As long as the developers don't repeat the same mistakes they did for the CN launch, we should be fine, right? So it's probably going to hit it off good, not as a Genshin killer, but as a potentially very good alternative or supplement to it. Trust me, I played Genshin for a year and I know how dry these dry periods can truly be. But to truly find out how good this game might be, and if it's worth checking out, make sure to catch me live when the closed beta goes, well, live. Can't wait to see all of you there, and if you already want to see more TOF content, I do plan on making lots of content on it during the CBT and also after the official launch. So if you enjoyed the video and want to see more TOF content, make sure to sub, like, and all that jazz. And before I forget, let me thank all of my channel members, and of course also an extra huge shout out to Mr. Grant Warlock. That was all from me, have a nice day, and see you when the closed beta goes live.